Court is now in session for the prosecution is now I know why I turned down the background music. So they're very loud or you can't have it on at all. Defense is ready, Your Honor. Miles Edgeworth. I better not show any signs of weakness today, or I'll be on me in an instant. Mr. Edgeworth, please give the court your opening statement. Thank you, Your Honor. The defendant, Miss Maya Fay, was at the scene of the crime. The prosecution has evidence she committed this murder, and we have a witness who saw her do it. The prosecution sees no reason to doubt the facts of this case, Your Honor. R.C. Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. Let's begin then. If we may call our first witness, Your Honor. The prosecution calls the chief officer at the scene, Detective Gumshoe. Don't remember the voice I gave him. Witness, please state your name and profession to the court. Sir, my name's Dick Gumshoe, sir. I'm the detective in charge of the homicides down at the precinct, sir. Detective Gumshoe, please describe for us the details of this murder. Very well, sir. Let me use this floor map of the office to explain. A body was found by this window here. And the cause of death? Loss of blood due to being struck by a blunt object, sir. The murder weapon was a statue of the Thinker found next to the body, sir. It was heavy enough to be a deadly weapon, even in the girl's hand, sir. The court accepts the statue as evidence. They're still calling it a statue. Floor plans added to the court record. No, detective. Yes, sir? You immediately arrested Miss Maya Fay, who was found at the scene, correct? Can you tell me why? Yes, sir. I had hard evidence she did it, sir. Detective Gumshoe, please testify to the court about this hard evidence. Witness testimony, Maya Fay's arrest. As soon as the phone call came in, I rushed into the scene. There were two people there already. The defendant, Miss Maya Fay, and the lawyer, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I immediately arrested Miss Maya Fay. Why, we had a witness account describing her. The witness saw Miss Maya Fay at the very moment of the murder. The very moment, you say? Very well, Mr. Wright. You may begin your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. Cross-examine what? I can't see a single contradiction in the testimony. Whoosh. Smack. Hey, Maya, just threw something at me. What's this? When my sister couldn't find any contradictions in a Wilson's testimony, she would bluff it and press the witness on every detail. The witness always slips up and says something wrong. It worked lots of times. I should have expected Maya would know some of her sister's tricks. Alright, let's give this a try. Something the matter? No, Your Honor. I like to begin my cross-examination. Maya Fay's arrest. As soon as the phone call came in, I rushed to the scene. I immediately arrested Miss Maya Fay. Why? We had a witness. Maya Fay the moment of the murder. If I heard correctly, you said you arrested her because you had hard evidence she... Did I say that? Me? Or did you say evidence? What? Miss Maya isn't suspicious, and she sure isn't Pink Pal. That's enough. Detective Gumshoe? Do you have any more solid proof other than her claims, Detective? Guess pressing can have its advantages. Yes. Yeah. Sorry, I got the order of things mixed up in the testimony, Your Honor. So there was something I should have told you about first, Your Honor. Very well, Detective. Let's hear your testimony again. Hard evidence. After securing the suspect, I examined the scene of the crime with my own eyes. I found a memo written on the piece of paper next to the victim's body. On it, the word Maya was written clearly in blood. Lab test results showed that the blood was the victim's. Also, there was blood found on the victim's finger. Before she died, the victim wrote the killer's name. How you like that? That's my hard evidence. Before we begin cross-examination, I have a question for you, Detective. Your Honor. Why didn't you testify about this vital piece of evidence the first time? I know I'm real embarrassed. I forgot about it, Your Honor, sir. Try to be more careful. Very well. The defense may begin its cross-examination. Hard. After securing the suspects, I examine the scene of the crime. Okay, just see what I have. For the cell phone, glass shards, the thinker, wiretap, receipt, and floor plans. The scene crime with my own eyes. Found a memo written on the piece of paper next to the victim's blood. On it, the word Maya was written clearly in blood. After results showed that the blood was the victim's. Also, there was blood found on the victim's finger. Before she died, the victim wrote the killer's name. Press him about it. Detective Gumshoe, do you get a lot of cases where the victim actually writes the killer's name? Sure, it happens all the time, in books and in the movies. This is a movie, Detective. Oof. Let's talk about reality, shall we? I guess I haven't heard of many cases, no? Don't you find it a little odd that the victim would write down a name, especially the name of her own sister? Yeah, actually, you got a point, pal. Stop right there. The witness's opinion on the matter is irrelevant. The facts are clear. The victim wrote down the name of the accused. The victim told us the name of her killer. Order, order. That didn't go so well. That's right. What he said. This whole testimony. Okay, there has to be a contradiction in there somewhere. Let's find it. Okay, I examined the scene of the crime with my own eyes. Let's see. Single button for trauma death was instantaneous. Broken remains, broken all their weapon. Wiretap, department store receipt and blood, floor plans. I found a memo written on a piece of paper next to the victim's body. On it, the word Maya was written clearly in blood. Showed the blood was the victim's. Also, there was blood found on the victim's finger. Instead, the victim wrote the killer's name. Oh, the death was instantaneous. Before she died, the victim wrote the killer's name. Objection! Detective Gumshoe, there's one thing I want you to clarify for me here. You say that the victim, Maya Fey, wrote this note. That she was accusing the defendant, Maya Fey. That's really what you're saying. What? Isn't one of those lawyer tricks now, is it? Of course she wrote it. Who else could have? You have it backwards, Detective. Backwards? The victim is the only person who absolutely could not have written it. This is a report from your department, Detective. Immediate death due to a blow from a blunt object. She died immediately. But no butting your way out of this one, Detective. Order, order. The defense has a point. Someone who died immediately wouldn't have had the time to write anything down. Mr. Wright, I beg your pardon, but when exactly did you obtain the autopsy report? When? Day of the murder, the day after the murder? When did we get this? Probably the day after. It was the day after the murder. The prosecution's point being, that autopsy report is outdated, Your Honor. What? The second autopsy was performed yesterday, at my request. Death was almost immediate due to a blow from a blunt object. there is a possibility I received these results this morning. No way. Your Honor, it's quite easy to imagine that the victim did have time to write Maya. That is all. I see. Damn you, Edgeworth. I should have known you'd have something up your sleeve. Why, Mr. Wright, you look shocked. Something you want to say? You're a shame, Edgeworth. The detective's a sham. I'm a sham. Say I'm a sham. Detective Gumshoe. Was I a fool to trust you in your report? I wasn't. Detective Gumshoe. I'm disappointed in you. You're handing in the wrong report like that? I'm sorry, sir. You are at a fault, Detective. This isn't going to look good on your evaluation exam. But, sir... Your Honor, I submit this report to the court. Understood. This court accepts the evidence. The new autopsy report. Well, Your Honor, the evidence strongly suggests the victim was identifying the killer. I suppose that's obvious conclusion, yes? I love Edgeworth's animations. Darn, that isn't good. The prosecution would like to call its next witness. This poor, innocent girl saw the murder with her own eyes. Let the witness, Miss April May, take the stand. Exactly what part of her is innocent? Witness, your name, please. April May, at your service. Wink. Order. An introduction should not require any reaction from the crowd. The witness will refrain from wanton winking. Aw, yes, Your Honor. This is not good. She's already captured the heart of every man in this courtroom. Tell us, where were you on the night of September 5th when the murder occurred? Gee, I was in my hotel room. Tee-hee. I checked in right after lunch. In this hotel, directly across from the Fay & Co. law offices. That's right, big boy. Please testify to the court about what you saw. Witness testimony. Witness's account. It was like 9 at night. I looked out the window, you know. And then, I saw a woman with long hair being attacked. This one attacking her was a mousy girl sitting in the defendant chair. Then the woman dodged to one side and ran away. But that girl, she caught up to her and she hit her. Then the woman with the long hair, she kind of slumped. The end, that's all I saw. Every little bitsy witsy wink. Well, Your Honor, I see it is remarkably solid testimony. I don't see a need to trouble the witness any... Wait, Your Honor. Yes, Mr. Wright? What about my cross-examination? I thought the witness's testimony just now was quite firm, didn't you? Mr. Wright, I understand you were Miss Maya Fay's understudy, were you not? You must know her techniques well. Her cowardly way of finding tiny faults in perfectly good testimonies. Hey, how dare you? Well, Mr. Wright, will you cross-examine the witness? Yes. I'll gladly proceed with the cross-examination, if only because I have a feeling Edgeworth doesn't want me to. She has to have some weakness. Very well, you may begin your cross-examination. Witnesses account. It was like 9 at night. Now it doesn't say when she was murdered, so it's probably not going to be that. I saw a woman with long hair being attacked. The one attacking her was the mousy girl sitting in the defendant's chair. And the woman, dodged to one side and ran away. But the girl, she caught up to her and she hit her. That's it. Nothing really jumps out as contradiction. There's gotta be something in there somewhere. Press her for facts a bit. I did not mean to do that, but... You know. And then, I saw one with long hair being attacked. Then one attacking her was a mousy girl sitting in the defendant's chair. And the woman, like, dodged to one side and ran away. I'll press her about that. She dodged. Dodged what? Well, the attack. Please, continue your testimony. That girl, she caught up to her, and she hit her. How did you know it was my client? Huh? Well, gee. First of all, she had a girl's physique. And secondly, she was small. Who else could do it but her? Here's the point. Question your testimony. Hold on a minute. That testimony stinks. What? I'm willing to bet that. You're lying. Are you telling the truth? Did you really see the defendant? Mr. Wright, what's the meaning of this? Yeah, what is the meaning? Somebody tell me, because I'm clueless about this, I mean. Okay. If you had really witnessed my client, my FA, you would have noticed her clothes before noticing her physique. No one wears clothes like that on a daily basis, except her. And I'm no expert on fashion, but her hairdo looks far from normal to me. However, the witness's testimony mentions neither of these things. The testimony is bogus. But... Still, we don't know if she was dressed that way the night of the murder. She was, Your Honor. I saw her. And so did Detective Gumshoe. What do you say to that, Miss May? Roar. What are you trying to say, you mean lawyer? I saw what I saw. I just don't think all the trifling little details are necessary, darling. Miss May, the court would like to remind you to please omit nothing in your testimony. Girl, I promise. Your testimony again, if you would. Damn, I almost had her. Witness account 2.0. I did see everything, I did. The victim, the woman, dodged the first attack and ran off to the right. Then the girl in the hippie clothes ran after her. And she hit her with the weapon. I saw it, I did. That clock, that kind of statuey clock. The thinker, I think. Well, does the accuracy of my report not startle you? How'd you know it was a clock, huh? I see. I only wish you had been so detailed from the beginning. Please, begin with the cross-examination. I did see everything I did. The victim, the woman, dodged the first attack, ran to the right, and the girl in the hippie clothes ran after her. And she hit her with that weapon. I saw it, I did. That clock, the statuey clock, the thinker. Clock. Didn't this come up in another testimony recently? Well, don't look so sour, Mr. Lawyer. You can't win them all. No, but I have a feeling I'm onto something now. Hit her with that weapon, I thought I did. After her... Guess it did pop up earlier. Statue. Clock, that statue clock, I think. Spin what Edward wanted her to say. So this was to spin your own worlds. Time to press and squeeze the truth out of her. Figuratively, of course. I did see everything I did. The victim, the woman, dodged the first attack and ran off to the right. Let's look at the map. To the right. The girl in the hippie clothes ran after her. She hit her with that weapon. I saw it, I did. Where did this weapon come from? Is she picked it up from the desk. Or see, what sort of weapon was it? Present the floor plans.
Objection!
This evidence clearly reveals. Nope, that's wrong. Ow. Okay. Sure, with the weapon, I thought I did. My statue. Hmm. Girl hit closer in after her. Victim, the woman dodged the first attack and then runs.
Hold it!
Let's just keep pressing her. So you saw me then too? Oh, of course. I don't remember that spiky hair anywhere. Spiky? Refrain from personal attacks on the defense. Oh, was I a bad girl? I'm sorry. Very well, continue. The victim, the woman dodged the first attack and ran off to the right.
Hold it!
Is that right as in right as you looked from the hotel? Which hand? Which hand do I hold my knife in again? Right. This is my right hand. Right. Don't hip closer in after her. How confident from you to remember her hippie clothes. How convenient for you to remember her hippie clothes. Well, that's what that's what she was wearing. Oh, and her hair was all done up in a bun. She hit her with that weapon. I saw it. I did. That clock on that kind of statue, the thinker, I think. Probably not the wiretap. Should I just show the...
Objection!
Miss May, what you said just now was quite revealing. Revealing? Oh, you like that, won't you? Naughty, Mr. Lawyer. You just said that the statue of the thinker was a clock. But there's no way of knowing that just by looking at it. Another person in the much same position as you already called this a clock, too. Your team was found guilty of murder. Order. Order. Miss May, can you explain how you knew this was a clock?
Objection!
The witness saw the murder with her own eyes. That's all that's important here. The defense is trying to confuse the issue with trivial concerns. Yes, of course. You will withdraw your question, Mr. Wright.
Objection!
Questions are all I have, Your Honor. And as you may recall, I've caught murders with these questions before. Well, only once. Objection sustained. You may continue to question the witness. Hugh. That was close. If you stopped me there, the trial would have been over. Huh. Well, so what happens now? What happens now is you answer my question. How'd you know it was a clock? Well, that's because I heard it. Yes, I heard it say the time. So you've been to the law offices of Fan Co? No, I didn't say that. Why would I go there? I heard it from my hotel room. The law offices of Fan Co, where the murder took place, is very close to the hotel. She could easily have heard the clock. Well, Mr. Wright, are you satisfied? No, Your Honor. I can't give up now. I'm not satisfied because she couldn't have heard it. You were at the hotel room. There's no way you could have heard a clock go off in the building next door. You have proof that she could not. Amateurs. Listen to me, Mr. Wright. In the courtroom, proof is everything. Without it, you have nothing. You are nothing. Then I would like to propose a test to see if she really could have heard. The prosecution denies the request. What? On what grounds? This is a trivial matter with no direct bearing on the case at hand. Indeed. Objection sustained. Damn. Time to switch directions quick. Ready to proceed, Mr. Wright? No, Your Honor. I can't give up now. I'm not satisfied because... Oh yeah, I couldn't have run. There. Your Honor, members of the court, the clockwork was taken out. It is inconceivable that the clock is in question ring. It's empty. That clock is missing its clockwork. I'm playing this 2 days during the last stream, so I totally forgot that the clockwork was taken out. How could you possibly... Just take a look right now. Oh! See anything interesting, Your Honor? This is the defense says. This clock is missing its clockwork. It's quite empty. Mr. Wright, would you care to explain to the court the meaning of this? It is as you can see, the clock was empty. It couldn't have run. Therefore, this witness is a big fat liar. Fair. Well, Miss May? Tisk tisk. Quite the show you put on for us, Mr. Wright. He knew the clock was empty. Somehow, he knew. I'm afraid you've forgotten one thing, however. Indeed, the clock is empty. As you say, it can't ring. However, we must ask, when was the clockwork removed? If it was after the witness heard the clock, then there is no contradiction. That's true. That's a possibility. Clockwork might have been empty after she heard it. Hold on. Let me check the phone. It's definitely before 9. The clock might have been empty after she heard it. Probably already said that. That's why I didn't do it in the voice. And what is exactly... That is exactly what happened, Your Honor. Well, Mr. Wright, can you prove when the clockwork... Impossible, of course. I have proof. What? Wasn't it who told me proof is everything? Well, I was listening. And now I show you the proof you look so much. The evidence that proves the clock when it was removed. Take a look at this. It's a very cool cell phone. Oh, you have a girly phone. Wait. This is my phone. Listen. This is the defendant's cell phone, and it contains a recording. Recording of a conversation she had with the victim of the day of the murder. Order. The defendant's cell phone. This wasn't brought to my attention. Perhaps Detective Gumshoe overlooked it. Grumble. A good detective better remember he's up for evaluation soon. I gotta say, I'm starting to feel bad for the big fellow. Let's hear the conversation. If you just want me to hold on to the thinker for you then? If you could. I should probably tell you, the clock isn't talking right now. Huh? It's not working. That's lame. I had to take the clockwork out, sorry. Sounds like a NPC conversation. That phone ending. Your Honor, I think this makes it clear the clockwork was already gone by the time it was recorded. Which was well before the witness ever arrived at her hotel. Well, Miss May, would you care to explain this to the court? Just how did you know the weapon was a clock? Well, isn't it obvious? I saw the clock before. What store was that again? I go to it so many... Oops, I forgot. So the witness had seen it before. That would make sense. Does the defense have any objections, Mr. Wright? Yes. The witness claims she has seen it before, but this directly contradicts a piece of evidence already submitted to this court. Well then, let's see it. Please, produce the evidence that will prove that the witness has not seen the clock before. Clock, it's made by Larry Butts. It's simple. This clock was never in any store ever. What? A friend of mine made that clock. Only two exist in the world, and the one that isn't here is in police custody. Impossible. Everything is sold in stores. Miss May, I think it's high time you went shopping for better excuses. Oh, the wit you have. Oh, excuse is not on sale today. What's it to you, porcupine head? That stupid clock doesn't matter, okay? She did it. She should die for it. Die. Whoa, let's not get ahead of ourselves. This is a court of law, and the witness will remain calm. Oh. Oh, oh. Still me. Did I, like, lose it? Guess I did. Scary. Miss May, let me ask. Tell me, how did you know the weapon was a clock? Oh dear. Does the defense have any opinion on this behavior? Okay, this is it. Yes, Your Honor. Let me explain how I see the truth of the matter. Say with me, you knew the weapon was a clock because you have heard about it. You held it. You've heard about it? Witness had never held the clock in her hand. However, she had heard that it was a clock. She heard? That is correct, Your Honor. There's no other way she could have known the thinker was a clock. And I can show you the proof. Well, this is interesting. Let's see it then. Show me evidence proving that the witness had heard the murder weapon was a clock.
Take that!
Have a look at this. I found this in Miss May's room. Mr. Wright, please explain to the court what this is. Miss April May, you were tapping the victim, Miss Maya Faye's phone, were you not? Oh. Your Honor, this is irrelevant. I'm not entirely sure that this is objection overruled. It troubles me that our witness was in possession of the wiretap. This is outrageous. Does the defense truly claim that the witness was tapping her phones? Absolutely. Even if it was the case, which it is not, you still have to prove one thing. Did the victim ever say that the weapon was a clock on the phone? Can you prove that? I think not. Oh yeah? I think I can. It's simple. What? Wait, what? Here's my proof. The proof that the victim said on the phone that the weapon was a clock is the conversation they had. Right? Yeah.
Take that!
I present the defendant's cell phone. Yes, we've seen that. Listen once more to the conversation between the defendant and the victim. Oh, more beeps. Mia, what's up? You haven't called in a while. Well, actually, there's something I want you to hold on to for me. Again, what is it this time? It's a clock. It's made to look like the statue, the thinker, and it tells you the time. Miss April May, you used the wiretap to listen to the conversation. That's how you knew the thinker was a clock. Am I wrong?
Objection!
Your Honor, this is ridiculous. Your Honor, look at the witness's face. Does she seem amused to you? The defense demands an answer. Witness, answer the question. Did you tap her phone? Miss Murray? Shut up, all of you. What gives you the right to talk? You're a lawyer. It's no fair. All of you ganging up on me like that. Oh, so I'm the bad girl, is it? What? Is that it? Is that it? That did it. The court's seeing the real Miss April May now. Now to deal with the final blow. Why did you tap her phone? Answer the question. Do I have to? Isn't this a murder trial? Isn't tippity tapping or irrelevant? Good. She's saying exactly what Edgeworth wants her to say. Miss May, you were tapping the victim's phone. I hardly call that irrelevant. While this court does not condone the defense's tone of voice, he has a point. Well, Miss Fay, do you have any explanation for the court? Can you prove you had nothing to do with this murder, even though you tapped her phone? Ha! I'd like to see her pull that off. Mr. Lawyer, I saw that evil grin. You were probably thinking I like to see her pull that off, weren't you? Damn, she's good. Well, you're not the first man who's thought that, and of course I can, and will. Can't be serious, no way. Wait, I say, wait. Oh, and I assure you, I'm serious, Mr. Lawyer. Okay, so the killing happened around 9 at night. Well, that's exactly when I was getting room service from the sweet bellboy. Room service? Iced coffee, I believe it was. Iced coffee, you know, like normal coffee, but cold. If you don't drink it quick, the ice melts and then have regular cold coffee. Iced coffee. I think I'm making this up. Ask the bellboy. Ergo, the witness was not on the scene at the time of the murder. So, where does it leave us? It is my great displeasure to inform you that the witness appears to have been tapping the victim's telephone. However, that is a separate crime with no bearing on the current case whatsoever. Her testimony stands she saw the defendant, Maya Fay, commit murder. No. They're going to let her just walk away? There's no way I can win this unless I tie Miss May to the murder somehow. Well, does the defense have anything to say? Well, come on, think of something. Call the bellboy as a witness, continue examining Miss May. The defense would like to call the hotel bellboy as a witness. There's something suspicious here, and I'm going to get to the bottom of it. I think you've sunken quite low enough already.
Objection!
I object to calling the bellboy. Why? What's your reason? Because I hold that the wiretapping had nothing to do with the killing. However, if you agree to one condition, I'll consent to calling the witness. Condition. If Miss April May's alibi is not called into question after you examine the bellboy, then you will recognize that Miss April May was not the killer, thus she's innocent. And thereby, you must also accept the verdict of guilty for Miss Maya Fay. That is my condition. What? I better find something suspicious in that bellboy's testimony. Otherwise, Maya will be declared guilty on the spot. What should I do? Alright, I've got nothing to lose, except for, well, everything. Understood. I accept your condition. Fool. You fell right into my trap. Uh-oh. Well... Very well. Course calls the hotel bellboy to the stand. I believe we're ready for the witness to testify. He certainly does look like a bellboy. Yes, sir? I receive your summons in the middle of work, sir. I'm happy to be of service. That tea set looks rather heavy, so without further ado, the witness may begin his testimony. Very good, sir. Miss May's room service. I'm the head bellboy at the Fine Gate Water Hotel in business for 4 generations. I believe I stood to call after 8 in the evening for our guest, Miss May. She asked for iced coffee to be brought to her at 9 on the dot, sir. I brought it to her precisely the requested time, of course. And I delivered the iced coffee to our guest, Miss May herself. I see. The defense may begin the cross-examination. Right, I'm ready. I hope. This is it. If I can't prove Miss May was involved with the murder now, I will be finished. I had bellboy. Blah blah blah. I received a call from after 8 in the evening from our guest, Miss May. Just for iced coffee to be brought to her at 9 on the dot. Brought it to her precisely the requested time, of course. And I delivered the iced coffee to our guest. Miss May herself.
Hold it!
You're sure it was Miss May herself? Absolutely, sir. Absolutely. Yes, sir. As in, so very absolutely, sir. It's an endearing mannerism. How come you're so very certain? Well, I brought the room service, sir. The guest sir favored me with an embracer, sir. Embracer? Is that French for embrace? It's French for kiss, sir. But not a French kiss, sir. More of a peck on the cheek. Why would she have done that? I believe perhaps she was momentally swayed by my prim demeanor, sir. It was a moment I shall never forget, sir. Sounds pretty fishy to me. I think our Miss May was up to something and wanted the bellboy to remember her. I have to find something to use. One more time. I'll press him until he spills beans. Yes. I thought it would restart. Brought to her precisely the time requested, of course.
Hold it!
Precisely 9 then. Precisely. Exactly. And most definitely, sir. 9 p.m. How can you be so sure? Miss May was quite insistent that it be brought then. Oh, bellboy, teehee. I like to ask her to be exactly 9. Something like that, sir. Therefore, I knocked on her door at the crack of 9, sir. Why would she be so particular about the time? It's no good. There's nothing here. Is that it? Tisk tisk. Finally, you understand. The bellboy has absolutely no reason to lie. Now, if you have any decency, you will end this rather tedious cross-examination here. It was a bit tedious. The witness may leave the stand. I can't let this happen, can I? Wait, please wait. Yes, does the defense have something to add? One last question. Let me ask one last question. Your Honor, I must object. This charade of justice has gone on long enough. Now, Mr. Edgeworth. Alright, Mr. Wright. I'll give you one more question, that's all. Okay. This is really it. Now, this is my last chance. What do I ask him about? Check-in, room service, spade making. Oh shit. Ask about the check-in. Tell me about the check-in. Tell me about when you checked in Miss May. Oh, alright, very well, sir. First thought was that she was beautiful. Beautiful person. She's just my type of girl, so it was disappointment, really. I see. Excuse me, what exactly was the disappointment? Well, I'm not without charm, sir, but even if I had a little chance with her lover there. What did he say? What did you say? Rather quite. Oh boy, tell us the truth now. Did Miss May check in with another person? I object. This was objectionable. Objection overruled. So witness will answer the question. Yes, Essie. Why did you not mention this in your testimony? Well, sir, you didn't ask. Nice try. That's the sort of thing you're normally supposed to mention. Yes, quite. Indeed. It was your barrister there, Mr. Edgeworth, who... He asked me not to mention if it wasn't specifically asked her. Oof. You fool. I've done it. I've won. Miss April May checked into a twin room with a man, correct? Yes, sir. Then, when you brought them room service, you didn't see that the man in the room? That's right, sir. Your Honor, you've just learned of another person involved who may have been the murderer. In the light of this new fact, I hold that it's impossible to judge the defendant. When you agree, Mr. Edgeworth? And who, Mr. Wright, who is this other person? Simple, it was Miss April May, the man with Miss May, the man with Miss May. The man who checked in with Miss May. Oof. Your Honor, as has been previously revealed, Miss April May was tapping the victim's phone. Yet, Miss May herself has an alibi at the time of the murder. However, that does not clear the man that was with her. The bellboy saw no one else in the room at the time of the murder. What a convenient little setup. What? It's too late. Too late. I suppose it was too late when... After all, it was you who hid the presence of another man from this court. Oof. Upstart, amateur. These accusations are ludicrous. Enough. The court acknowledges the defense's argument. I expect the prosecution and defense to look into this matter fully. Am I understood? Yes, Your Honor. That is all today for the trial of my FA. Court's adjourned. Yeah, we get another day. December 7, 2:24 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 1. Mr. Wright! You were amazing there. Really? I think I might be your newest fan. Oh, I was just doing my job, you know. Then again, that other attorney was pretty cool too. Huh? That face of his, with his eyes wide open and trembling lips, sent shivers up my spine. Huh, if you say so. So what happens with me? Do I get to go home now? Well... No, I don't think so. Not yet. Oh, I see. But I got a great lead in... today's trial. A lead? That man with Miss May. He's the key. Oh, I get it. What happened to Miss May after that? Anyway. I heard they arrested her. I guess she's learning her charms won't work everywhere. She's probably at the detention center now. I may have to go down there later. Anyway. This case is far from closed. Yes, sir. I'm gonna find out more about this man. Do you think it was the one who... Maybe so. Sis. Don't worry, I'll find him by tomorrow, I promise. I'm counting on you. I asked for a full record of April May's testimony. Thought it may come in handy during the trial tomorrow. But now that I have it, I'm not so sure. Most of her testimony was all lies. In fact, there's only one part that hasn't been stricken from the record. The victim dodged an attack that ran to the right, but she was caught and struck. I don't know how much good this will do me at all now. Anyway, time to hit the pavement and do some investigating. Mai doesn't belong in the detention center. It's up to me to set her free. To be continued. Some nice music for when the case ends. December 7th, 3:11 p.m. Detention Center. Visitors room. Oh, well, hello! I didn't expect anyone to visit me in such a dang place at this time. It really is quite moving.
No, you stinking lawyer, I hope you die. Have you come to laugh? Yes, laugh at the fallen, Miss May.
No, not really. There's something I want to ask.
Unfortunately, there's nothing I want to be asked. Haven't you done enough questioning? You spiky kid.
Here we go again. Please, you're scaring the security guard. So, what is it you wish to ask me then? For starters, how did you get to be so totally whacked? Tell me about the wiretap. Hey, guess what? Actually, I really hate your guts, so get lost, because, well, I'm not cooperating. Thanks, I noticed. I really hate your guts. I don't think that would work either. Blah, 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 blah. Flash shards? Nope. Wanna see my badge? Yeah, you hate my guts. Okay, cool. We'll just talk normally. About the man who stayed with you in your hotel room. Can you tell me about him? Where is he? Come on. No way, Jose. Maybe if I had something to get her to talk. Why did you place a wiretap on my phone? Aw, when you say it like that, it sounds so cold, so criminal. Tapping people's phone is a crime, Miss May. Oh, and I suppose you learned that in law school, Creep. This woman is impossible to talk to. Say, why are you so angry? I mean, you don't look like a bad person.
Over that does it. Bottom feeding scum-sucking lawyer. Bottom.
I can't tell. Does she have a thing against lawyers or just against me? Okay. Scar monitors the visitor room. He hasn't moved an inch. I'm real proud of this guy. Or maybe he just doesn't get a lot of women like Miss May in here. Smile for the camera. Ha ha ha. Alright. Cell phone? No. You hate my guts. Floor plans. Hate my guts. Autopsy report. Hate my guts. Alright. Let's go. Now that we have free reign, let's go to room. Welcome, sir. Quite the performance today, if I do say so myself. Oh, thanks. Sorry for putting you on the spot like that. No, not at all, sir. Your office today can only help the gatewaters rip, as they say. Huh? Rip? Yes, our reputation will be as well as the hotel where the murderer used the wiretap. You can charge a premium for the room, of course. It'll be great for business, sir. Whoa. Miss May hasn't been charged with murder. I, too, will become famous. Bobo who brought the murderer in iced coffee. Why do I feel like we're both stuck in the same bedroom? So, for our honored guests, please let me know if there's anything I can bring you. About Miss May. Oh, her, sir. Not to boast, but I knew the moment I saw her. She'd do it. I said it. Do what? I'm starting to think the most suspicious person here is this guy. Alright, I wanted to ask you about the man who was with Miss May. Oh, yes. He struck me as a real lady killer, if you'll pardon the expression. I knew it from the moment I saw him, sir. He and I are the same ilk. We both carry the scent of danger. There we are in total agreement, Mr. Psycho Bellboy. If you had a photo of that man, I'm quite sure I could identify him. A photo? Could you tell me about this hotel? Absolutely. And on the subject, I have an excellent idea, sir. Currently, this hotel is known as the Gatewater. I propose that we add a subtitle. A subtitle? Gatewater Hotel. Murder Manor. Well, what do you think? Sounds great. Whatever floats your tea set. No, this works on him. My cell phone, autopsy. You want to see my badge? This whole playthrough, I'm just going to show everyone my badge, so. Let's examine this. A bottle and 2 glasses just on the table. We haven't cleaned these up by now. I beg your pardon, sir, but if you could please refrain from touching this. It's part of the decor. I call it the last drink before murder. We'll be famous. The talk in the hotel instantly. Still a screwdriver here. Huh? There's still a screwdriver stuck in the drawer. Ah, please, leave that as this is, sir. It's the drawer of terror, hiding place of the murderer's water tap. It is said to become one of the most popular attractions here. This guy's serious, I don't believe it. I love this. He's gonna comment about this too. A boss, as expected. Not good with flower names. Yeah. Yep, whatever. Nice weather again today. I can see the Fay and Co. offices, of course. Ah, yes, we plan to install a telescope in that window, of course. Just $5 will earn you 3 minutes of a view to a kill. Just kidding, sir. Oh, by that look in his eyes, I'd say he was more than serious. Simple bed. It's been recently made. Nothing eye-catching here. How can he make that bed? He has to leave in pristine condition. Otherwise, it won't look like the murder scene. Alright. Goodbye, crazy man. Oh, the painting's gone. Huh? Looks like Grossberg is out today. Again. Maybe he's avoiding me for some reason? Wait a second. Was there a giant painting hanging on that wall? Yeah. Yeah, it was a painting of... a fisherman. Isn't it? It wasn't a very well painting anyhow. Oh, wait a second. Yeah, it was a painting of... sunflower? I think the fisherman was correct. Ah, no clues here. What's this? Old photos. There are two lying here. Something's been written in pencil on the back. DL6 Incident Exhibit A, DL6 Incident Exhibit B. Let's take a look at these. I'm sure I've seen this person somewhere. Perhaps I'll borrow this photo. I'm sure no one will miss just one little photo. And it might be able to. I'll take it for now. DL6 Exhibit A, written in pencil. Photo lights on the disc. Maybe I should switch it with the one I took. Oh yeah, we need to get that photo. Okay, I guess we can only have one photo at a time. Let's give it to the bellboy. Take a look at this photo. That's him, detective. I'm the lawyer. Oh, I know that. I just wanted to say detective once. You know how it is. No, I don't. Without a doubt, that is the man who checked in with Miss April May. How about I write an avidant? Sorry, that's him. An avidavant? This guy's way too excited about this. Sure, write it. Well, sure, why not? Yes, I've always wanted to write an affidavit, sir. From henceforth, I'll be known as the bellboy who swore the affidavit. Just hurry up and write it. Don't even miss making play dumb to this. This guy's being stayed. Okay. And then I gotta get that to me. Alright. Looks like forensics is taking the day off today. Detective Jones shoots no insight. Police really gave this place a working over. I doubt there are any valuable clues left. Suppose it can't hurt to take a look around though. Okay. Yeah, there's pretty much nothing here. Let's go back. Is that again? Huh? No more photos on the desk. Never mind then. You again. Can't you take a hint and stay gone? Hey, the only reason I'm back here is because you won't talk to me. Oh, so it's my fault now. You don't just have spiky hair, you also have spiky heart. That does it. When this case is done, I'm shaving my head. Have a look at this. Look, I said several times, I'm not telling you. What'd you do? Aha, a reaction. This is him, isn't it? What? Who? Wait, what? It is him. This is the man who stayed in your hotel room at night of the murder. No, that's not right. Nice try, Miss Cooperative. Do you have proof that was him? Hmm? Yeah, proof. Show me proof. So close. Could you have a look at this? What's that? The bellboy's affidavit. It tells us everything he said. Such as the man you checked in with. Who was most definitely this guy. Now I'm getting somewhere. Ease your fears or push your hard. Should I be mean to the thought? Or should I simp? I'll be a simp. Okay, she's vulnerable now. Should be gentle. Maybe it would be easy for me to hand this evidence to the police. If they get involved, wouldn't your boss be even more, or inconvenienced. All I want to do is have a little chat with him. You want to tell me? Is that all you have to say? Yes. If it's so easy for you to get them police involved, then why don't you? Somehow I think you're not up to them. Show them a little kindness and they jump all over you. Had the opposite effect of what I hoped. Aw, smirk. Follow the lawyer. You were so close. This isn't working. I think I've won. Oh, damn it. It was. Oh, fuck off. That's what I want. Why didn't April May not want to talk about it? She must know him. This game teaches you not to simp. Fuck, wrong building. Alright, this is getting ridiculous. Where the heck is this loafer? Ahem. Ah, the old familiar clearing of the throat. Aha, you again. Hello, Mr. Grisberg. Well. You were quite the thing, my boy. Excuse me? The trial! The trial! He was there. Remind me of myself when I was a youth. I guess something got passed down through me, maybe. It brings back memories, does it? Ah, the days of my youth. Like the scent of fresh lemon, you see? I apologize. Alright, it was all a bit too much for me, my boy. Seeing you today, I appreciate the reminiscing, but I'd much rather you give me some information. So you came to see a trial? Yes, I did. Something was bothering me all last night, you see? I couldn't get a wink of sleep. Really? What was that? Well, you see, it's just my sister, that poor girl. My boy, I owe you my thanks, truly. I don't know what I would have done if things had gone poorly for that girl. If you were that worried about it, why didn't you offer to defend her? I asked before, but why did you refuse a request for defense? I think I have a right to know. A right, Mr. Wright. No, I'm sorry. It's just, I need more time to think about it, my boy. He does seem troubled about something. Maybe I can find something that will inspire him to talk. The other day, I'm sure there was a big, pretentious-looking painting on that wall. Pretentious-looking? Well, you know, the one I mean. Anyway, where did it go? Ah, yes, well, I got rid of it. Got quite tired of the thing, really. I sold it, you see? Yes, that's right. Sold it. I'm not sure I buy that. Is that painting rather important to you, sir? Did something happen? I don't see how it's any of your business. Please, speak no more of the cursed painting. I didn't... Excuse me, I was wondering about this photograph. Where'd you get that? I borrowed it. Well, give it back at once. Mr. Gressler, tell me about the man in this photo. He may have been in that hotel room with April May on the night of the murder. Do you know something about him? Anything? Very well. I'll tell you what I know. However, you didn't hear from me, if you follow. I follow. That man is Mr. Red White. He's the president of Blue Corp. Red White? Blue Corp. There's something like a detective agency, right? They're information pros. They sell information, you see, sensitive information. Despite his name, Mr. White has the blackest reputation of any man in this country. Should you run across him, watch what you say. You wouldn't want him digging up any dirt on you. Selling information. Sounds like blackmail. Can you tell me where Blue Cup is located? Huh, I suppose. Mr. Red White, at last. Finally. A lead on this guy. Even if May couldn't have done it, he could have. Time to take action. Photograph returned, Mr. Gressberg. No, I must ask you to leave. I need to think about the things. Wait, what? Talk to you? No, okay. Oh, time to go to Blue Corp. September 7th, Blue Corp Inc. CEO's office. What's with this surreal decor? Welcome, please furnish me with the title of your personage. What the? Your name? What's your name? I was just incredibly asking the title that you go by. Wright? Phoenix Wright? Incredibly. Mr. Wright, is it? Right, I see. Splendiferous. Perhaps I have intimidated you with my gigantisque vocabulary. Yes, you have. What's this guy's problem? I'm Red White, CEO of Blue Corp, you know, corporate expansion official. My business dealings bring me into contact with the elite of the elite. So I'm afraid I'm not used to conversing with the worldly challenge. What a fruitcake. Let me guess. You are an attorney fresh out of law school, are you? Not? That's the only explanation for why you would come to meet me like this. What does he mean by that? No matter. So, what business does a mighty lawyer with you have with a man such as myself? Yipes, this guy's arrogance meter is off the scale. Well, let's talk about this painting here. Haven't I seen this somewhere? Is this a replica? Ridiculosity. I have no interest in anything but originals. That right there is a bona fide original, worth 5 million for sure. So here are trophies. Impressive lineup of trophies. Judges Special Runner-Up, Best Participation, Judges Corporation Award, Special Good Try Prize. The words Judges and Special kind of stand out. Hey, at least you tried. A statue of a man holding up the world. The Blue Corp sign certainly stands on enough. The model of the man is, of course, Mr. White. Truly a work of art, but probably too beauticious for you to appreciate, correct? I think it's a little too beauticious for about anyone to appreciate. Is that even a word? I'm guessing this is supposed to be a desk. My, this is quite the thing. It is modeled on my body, you see. Well, does its sleek, rounded turn not inspire you? That guy might be full of himself. It's the top floor of a 20-story building. View is quite presidential. Let's talk. Miss May. Miss May is an employee of Blue Corp, is she not? Correct. She was my secretariat. What a shock it was to hear that what she has done. What she has done? You mean the wiretap? Indeed, she's paid to answer phones. Tapping them is not in her job description. She does gather information for us as part of her duties. But, I assure you, we do not condone illegal methods. It is ineffable that she would do this. It sounds like he's trying to turn Miss May into a scapegoat. Night of the murder. On the night of the murder, you were in April May's hotel room. Who can say? I seldom pay attention to mundane details such as time and place. My motto is, don't worry, be happy. Still, Mr. White, the hotel bellboy has stated on the record that he does remember you very clearly. No matter, the bellboy can say what he pleases. I still won't talk to you. If you want me to speak, put me on the witness stand. Although, I doubt you'd be capable of doing that. Here is a good question, actually. Why didn't the prosecution call him as a witness? He should have seen the same thing as April May. Oh, the police, the courts. To me, they're all mere toys, playthings for my amusement. Blue Corp. What kind of company is Blue Corp anyway? Ah, excellent question. We buy and sell various kinds of information. We are a company of the future. You might say we are the future. Sell information? In just 10 years, I've built this business up into the grand office you see now. Ah, in case you were wondering, Blue Corp was named after the color blue. I, Red White of Blue Corp, as the founder and CEO, named it so. And why you ask? Because I like the color blue, of course. Fantabulistic, is it not? There's something that's been bothering me. Yes, what might that be? A big painting on the wall over there. I've seen it before. You know, I've actually seen that painting before. Oh? Just yesterday, actually. Your point being? My point is simple, or rather, my question is simple. Why is that painting hanging on your wall? Mr. Wrong, was it? Right. It appears you do not fully grasp your position here. I ask again, who are you? Huh? A lawyer? No, my feeble friend. A mere lawyer. Worth nothing. Zilch, zippo, nada. Just like that sorry excuse for an attorney, Grody Burger. What? Oof. Uh, uh, he punched me. Well, Mr. Lawyer, what will you do, eh? Charge me with assault? Charge away. I welcome it, for it is you who will be found guilty. What? Heed my exposition. The police, the courts, they all do my bidding. So you say. But I wonder, is that the kind of control really possible? I don't expect you to understand. It is a world beyond your but that was an easy word, but I'm running off like zero sleep. You came here from Grody Burgers, I presume. Mr. Grossberg, sir. Then you must ask him, why is it that his painting of his hangs here? Perhaps then he will tell you. Perhaps he will explain how a man can live purely for personal profit. Go now. Skedaddle. There's nothing more to discuss. But what if I showed you my attorney's badge? Be kind enough to seize your inane chattering and vacate the premises. Let me put it in language you are sure to understand. Shut up and get out. I have nothing more to say. Blah, 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 blah. Wiretap. Wait, what? Just what you have now. It's not hard to imagine a few possibilities. Fine, I'll leave. Huh? I don't think he's noticed me standing here. Maybe I should clear my throat. Jumping jobs? Oh, you. What's wrong? You look so pensive, like an old man at the end of his days. I'm not senile yet. I was just thinking about the whole mess. Something's really bothering him. That much is clear. So you came to see the trial? Yes. Yes, I did. Something was bothering me all last night. You see, couldn't get a wink of sleep. Really. What was that? Well, you see, it's just my sister, the poor girl. Bury my things, surely. I don't know what about. You already did this, so no, it's not checked. Anyways, so I paid Blue Corp visit. Oh, I see. Mr. Grossberg, I have to admit, something has been bothering me. Oh, what is it? Well, out with it, my boy. You see, it's just the big painting. Mr. Grossberg, sir. There was a giant painting hanging right there the other day. Was there not? When you said you had no intention of parting with. Well, I saw it today. It was in the CEO's office at Blue Corp, Red White's office. So you noticed. I suppose I should have guessed you would. It is a large painting. Mr. Grossberg, I know you and Mr. White are connected somehow. Connected, you say? Yes, and I know what it is. He's giving you information. He's blackmailing you. Your lovers. Oh, I should have said your lovers. Mr. White has something on you, doesn't he? Blackmail? I think that painting is fairly gaudy proof. Very well. This may be the chance I've been waiting for. Maybe it's time to get this off my chest, so I can finally rest easy again. After all, you were my understudy, perhaps it was fate. What's he talking about? Red White is a man who makes his living through intimidation. Blue Corp is a company that excels in finding people's weaknesses, I'm afraid. I've been paying them for 15 years now. 15 years? All because of the DL6 incident, as you may have guessed. The name on the back of the photographs. As you suspected, I could not stand in defense of Maya because of this. White would have destroyed me if I did. So that's the connection. It is hard for me to tell you this, my boy. But arresting Red White will be nigh impossible. Impossible? Why? He has information on everyone. It gives him an iron grip. He owns judges, attorneys, prosecutors, police, and politicians. What? They are bound, unable to do harm to themselves, and therefore to him. Don't look at me like that. What you see is nothing more than the weight of many years. DL6 incident. What is the DL6 incident? DL6 is nothing more than a sort of sorting code the police gave the case. It was 15 years ago now. I received a request from a medium, a spirit medium. A medium? Her name was Misty Faye. Faye. Indeed, she was Maya's mother. She had been investigating murder at the bequest of the police, and she failed. As a result, the police called her a fraud. This is what Maya was talking about the other day. I did all I could for her, and in the end cleared her of her wrongdoing. That murder case, however, remains unsolved to this day. That case is DL6 incident. Reason for blackmail. But why were you blackmailed over this, Mr. Grossberg? The DL6 incident was top secret at the time. It made sense. The police didn't want people to know that they were using a medium. They couldn't let people know. But one person found out. I told him. You told White? He offered me riches. This is an embarrassment for me now. Because I talked, the police were mocked far and wide. In secret, they began looking for the one who sold them out. Of course, White heard about it, and he came to me. Only this time, the offer was blackmail. I see. White controls the law of this country, as he says fit. Yet, if you would still challenge him, have a close look at Maya's office. Maya's office? She followed his every move for years. She may have recorded something of what she found. Ooh, nice hint. But do you want to see my attorney badge? Alright, let's go to the office. It's funny. Looking at this room, it seems so normal. Hard to imagine a murder took place here. Mr. Grossberg said there would be clues. Maybe I should have another look. Well, apparently this was her favorite movie. Let's look at the files. Yes, that's perfect clean, as always. The only thing that's missing is Maya. The cases the chief ever worked on filed here. They're in alphabetical order. Let's have a look. Which file should I look at? Look for D6, I guess. Miss Faye. That's me and Maya's mother. Should I take a look? Read it. I have tarnished the Faye name, leaving only these words, my mother vanished. I was determined to find the ones who had made my mother blame herself in this way. Using the power that runs in my family, I held an audience with the dead. Finally, the names of two men surfaced. One was Marvin Grossberg, a lawyer who sold my mother's information for riches. The other was a man who sold that information to the press. This parasite, who works his fortune on threats and coercion. His name is... the record stops there. So me and New Grossberg. Red, white. Skim. Well, no harm in flipping through it, but I guess the biggest part here is in the end, suicide. Ew. She has a collection of suicide reports. There's politicians, policemen. She's writing on most of these in pencil. White. This is Maya's handwriting. Wait, I get it. Maya thought he was involved in these suicides. Wright drove them all to... I can use these newspaper clippings. Let's find the most disturbing one. Article about politician suicide. The word white is written in pencil at the top. Check them. Haven't done T through Z yet. I know. W. White. The entire W section is missing. Was it taken? Dun dun dun. Apparently, this may is in questioning. I doubt they'll let me talk to her today. Well, Grossberg? I found this in Maya's files. So, she was investigating Red White, as expected. Well, if you wanted to challenge him, you could present this in court. Not a bad idea. Well, aren't you persistent? Sorry, but there's something I have to ask you. Mr. Lawyer, I really hate having to repeat myself, but it seems the message has not been yet penetrated your thick skull. Stop bothering me. If you try on my patience further, I fear a nasty accident may occur. Do I make myself clear? Transparent. This is the only clue that Mia left. I'd better make this one count. Mr. White, see this? It's an article describing the suicide of a politician. Secret government funds. Then, one day, word got leaked to the press. The very next day, he took his own life. And that concerns me how? I found this article in Maya's office. Miss Maya? She had a file filled with articles like this. Every one of them was labeled with a single word. White. Mr. White, I know what you did to this politician. You blackmailed him. You were blackmailing him. Blackmail? Not just him, either. You were threatening and coercing hundreds of others. You're involved in all the suicide cases that Mia investigated. This company is built on blackmail. I'm right, aren't I? What a bizarre accusation. Mr. Wrong. What is it you should be doing now? Investigating me? No. I think not. You should be searching for the one who killed Miss Maya. Secretary's office. Hello? Mr. Wrong will be leaving now. Yes, sir. I'll send someone right away. Wait a second. Mr. White? You're absolutely right. I should be looking for the killer now. And actually, I've done better. I found him. He's sitting right in front of me. Just what are you insinuating? Maya was onto you. She was keeping tabs. For this day, April May tapping her phone. Then, Maya was murdered, and all the documents about you mysteriously disappear. So, the culprit who would be... Even a child could work it out, Mr. White. You did it. Secretary's office. We won't be needing an escort from Mr. Wrong. Instead, please contact me to the public prosecutor's office. Of course, sir. One moment, please. Wait, that you? What are you doing calling me at this time like this? Hello, Chief Prosecutor? I've changed my mind. I want to testify tomorrow. What's this about? The Maya Fey case. I witnessed the murder, you see. And thus, as a very important witness, I would like to testify. What? Why now? I thought you said you didn't want to go to court. Quietude. I told you I changed my mind, didn't I? Oh, and one thing. Send the police over here right away. The man is standing right in front of me. He looks dazed, but could be violent. What? What man? Are you even listening? The executioner, the hatchet man, the liquidator, the killer, man. What? Mr. White, this isn't another one of those... Chief Prosecutor, I do not believe you are in the position to freely offer your opinions to me, correct? I'm telling you to send the police now. Oh boy. Did I not tell you, Mr. Wrong? You are a mere lawyer, as was Miss Maya. How dare you? I'll point the finger at you, and you will be tried as Miss Maya's killer. The case is as good as settled. No lawyer of any worth will defend you. I have friends in the local lawyers association, you see. You'll be given a lawyer so stupendously inept that they will make even you look competent. I feel faint. Detective Gumshoe reporting, sir. Ah, Butts. Harry Butts. Right, actually. Phoenix Wright, and my friend's name is Larry. Oh, right. Sorry, pal. Butts was the murderer, right? Detective Gumshoe, I present to you the man who killed Miss Maya Fey. What? Take this despicable human being into custody. Farewell, Mr. Wrong. Well, that took a turn. September 8th, 3:37 p.m. Detention Center Visitor Room. I can't believe it's only been a day since the first trial. My trial begins tomorrow. White's going to get a set of trap for me, and the prosecution will Beyond it, of course, Edgeworth included. An attorney was assigned to me by the state yesterday. I refused. I had an idea. Right? Mr. Wright? Oh, Maya. Great, they let you out of detention. Just now, yeah. It's all thanks to you. Ha, now I'm afraid we've switched places. What you mean? Explain what happened to Maya. I don't believe it. How many people does that man need to destroy before he's satisfied? My mother? My sister? And now you? This has gone too far. Mr. Wright, please tell me. Is there anything I can do? Well... Defend me in court. Alright, can you be my defense lawyer tomorrow? Alright. Huh? Leave it to me. I am my sister, after all. Lawyership runs in my blood. Wasn't it ghost powers that ran in your blood? I better run to the bookstore and pick up a copy of Law for Rookies. Wait. What? I'm kidding. It was a joke. No way! Oh, really, I was kidding. But thanks. It's good to know you're on my side. And there really isn't anything you can do for me anyway. But I can't just sit here and do nothing. I've got to give that man a piece of my mind. Just a piece? Okay. Then come to the trial tomorrow. Okay, I'll be there. I'll show them a thing or two. Because we've seen a thing or two. Times may change, yet with crime it's the same old story. In fact, it's gotten worse. Lengthy court proceedings are no longer realistic. Beginning a few years ago, a limit of 3 days was put on initial court trials. Almost all finished in a day. Most with a guilty verdict. I never thought I would end up in the defendant's chair myself for this case. With the true culprit appearing as the start witness, this is it. Tomorrow, it's me or him. To be continued. September 9th, 9:52 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 1. Well, I guess this is it. Yeah. One way or another, this case gets decided today. Ah! Phoenix! Look! Prosecutor Edgeworth? I received a call from the Chief Prosecutor's office yesterday. I was told that whatever Mr. Wright says today, it will be the absolute truth. No matter how you try to attack his testimony, if I raise an objection, I have it on good faith that the judge will listen to me. What does White have the judge in his pocket too? So you're saying I'm going to be guilty, end of story? I will do anything to get my verdict, Mr. Wright. Anything. Why? Why? How can you torment an innocent person like this? Innocent? How can we know that? The guilty will always lie, to avoid being found out. There's no way to tell who is guilty and who is innocent. All that I can hope to do is get every defendant declared guilty. So I make that my policy. Edgeworth, you've changed. Phoenix, you know him? Don't expect any special treatment, Phoenix, right? Phoenix? Well, court will be starting soon. What? But wait. Your defense attorney isn't even here yet. They're not... I'll be defending myself. What? Wait, what? Okay, let's do this. September 9th, 10 a.m. District Court, Courtroom Number 1. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Phoenix Wright. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, are you sure you're up to doing this? Yes, Your Honor. I will be defending myself. Understood. Very well. Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement, please. As the details of the event are already quite clear to the court, today we will hear the testimony of a witness to the defendant's crime. I see. The prosecution may call its witness. That went far too smoothly. Why didn't the judge ask Edgeworth why his witnesses didn't testify before? It's like he already knows why. If anyone's going to raise an objection about this, I suppose it's me. Mr. Edgeworth, you want an explanation to the court. Why didn't this witness testify in the trial against Miss Maya Fey? I'm ever so sorry. Mr. White is a busy man, and besides, at the time, I thought that Miss May's opinion was all that would be needed. Again, my sincerest apologies to the court. Excellent, Mr. Edgeworth. I appreciate your demeanor. Great. He gets to show off and I get nowhere. I would like to call Mr. Red White to the stand. Please, state your full name. You wish to know the title of my personage? Or your name? Yes, that is what I said. Oh dear, do my locutions confuse? Name! These two are great together. My name is Red White, but my friends call me Blanco Nino. I'm the CEO, or to use a more common term, the president of Blue Corp. Did you know the victim, Miss Maya Fey? That would be a negatory. No, I did not. You were at the Gatewater Hotel the night of the murder. Correct. Did you witness the murder from there? Well, why tell you what you already know? Very well, Mr. White. You may begin your testimony. If I can't rip this guy's testimony apart, I'm done for. Why do I always feel like it's the end of the world and I'm the last man standing? Ho ho ho. I hope you have made your peace with God, Mr. Lawyer. Jeez. Let him have it, Phoenix. Let's see. It was about 9, I believe. I was quietly perusifying, or that's reading to you, some papers from by the window. Then I heard a bedlam coming from outside. Surprised, I turned to look at the building across the way. But then I saw him, a spiky-haired man attacking a woman with long hair. Needless to say that the man was none other than you, Mr. Lawyer. I called Miss May over at once. She, too, was flabbergasted, of course. The victim, she ran away, but you gave chase. Finally, there was a terrible implication, and it was all over. If things occurred as you testified, then I'm afraid the defendant is guilty. Very well, defendant. Mr. Wright. Your cross-examination? Yes, Your Honor. Cross-examination. Let's see, it was about 9, I believe. I was quietly perusifying, or that's reading to you, some papers by the window. Then I heard a bedlam coming from outside. I suppose I turned to look at the building across the way. It was then I saw him, a spiky-haired man attacking a woman with long hair. Just to say that man was no other than you, lawyer. Told Miss May over at once. She was surprised, of course. The victim, she ran away, but gave chase. Finally, there was a terrible implication. Then it was all over. Which way did she run? Could you be a little more detailed about that? I think it's worth knowing exactly what happened. Of course, Compadre. I understand. The victim was attacked by you and ran to the left. He gave chase, struck her down. Are you sure? As you know, I'm always so-positively perfect. Perhaps you could change your testimony to reflect the new detail? The victim ran to the left, and you gave chase. Actually, my friend, she ran to the right. Wait, right there. Mr. White, you've dug your own grave. What is this? You said the victim ran to the left. That directly contradicts Miss May's testimony. She clearly stated that the victim ran right. Oh, it is simple. You have misheard her. I think not. Look at the floor plans. The killer was here, and the victim here. The victim ran to the left as you claimed she did. She would have been running directly away from the door. She would have been running into a dead end. Don't you find that odd? Very strange. I did see her run to the left, I did. Phoenix, look at his face. I don't think he's lying about this one. True. Maybe he really did see the victim run left. So he did witness the killing. Wait a second. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. Somebody says Wright, and Mr. Well, can you explain this contradiction to the court? Mr. White is right. Maya ran to the left. But if that's the case, why would she run in the opposite direction from the door? She did not. She was running towards the door, Your Honor. Now you're the one making contradictions, right? Not at all. Obviously, the witness was not viewing the crime from the hotel. Mr. Wright? What do you mean? Yes, what do you mean? He was not viewing the crime from the hotel. If he was not in the hotel, where could he have been? In the law offices of Fay & Co., of course. More specifically, he was standing there. Time to show the court where Mr. Wright was standing.
Take that!
This is where he was. Look, when the victim ran from the door, if he was watching from this point, to him it would appear that she ran to the left. Please, this is no time for jokes in all the case. This is where the killer was standing. Order! I will have an order. Anyone disturbing the order of this courtroom will be held in contempt. Mr. Wright, what are you suggesting? Rapscallion?
Objection!
Postulations of the defense are a distortion of the truth, Your Honor. Indeed. They do seem a bit far-fetched. You provide us with so much entertainment, Mr. Lawyer. What now, he's laughing? The hilarity at the moment made me remember something. It appears I have been unclear, and for this, I apologize. Your Honor, might I be allowed to testify once more? Very well. Let's hear your revised testimony. Good luck. You can't fix a broken testimony, buddy. She ran to the left. This testimony was correct, as was mine. When she assaulted the girl, she first ran to the left, and then he hit her savagely. That is what I saw. Next, with the last of her strength, she ran to the right. You chased her and delivered the final blow. That is what Miss May saw. You see, you hit her twice. Don't you remember, Mr. Lawyer? Does that seem to make sense? That does seem to make sense. Maybe. I mean, yes, Your Honor. My testimony was correct as well as mine. When you assaulted the girl, she ran to the left. And you hit her savagely. That is what I saw. Next, with the last of her strength, she ran to the right. You chased her and delivered the final blow. That is what Miss May saw. You see, you hit her twice. Victim dodged an attack.
Hold it!
I didn't hit anyone. No, Mr. Wright. This is no point for hiding from this court. Not hiding anything.
Objection!
Prosecution requests that the defense refrain from interrupting the testimony. Guess I'll just present it.
Objection!
Your Honor, the statement contradicts this evidence. It does. Oh, really? Objection overruled. Whoops, that didn't go so well. Hit her twice to this one. Victim dodged an attack, then ran to the right.
Hold it!
So we were. So were you watching both times? I suppose I was. Please excuse me for not testifying to this sooner. What do you think, Phoenix? I think we got him right where we want him. He slipped. Let him laugh for now. I'll soon wipe that smile off his face. When you saw the girl, she ran to the left. Then you hit her savagely. She ran to the right. Chase her and deliver the final blow. That's what I missed.
Objection!
Oh boy. It's gonna be a hard one. You see, you hit her twice. So Miss May saw.
Hold it!
So each you saw different. Absolutely. That's right, of course. Where did you pick up that annoying phrase? Anyway, moving along. So Miss May saw. You chase her and deliver the final blow.
Hold it!
Pressing is free, so might as well do it. Stop saying it was me. But it wasn't.
Objection!
Alright, got nothing from that. So you chase him, deliver the final blow. Next with the last her strength, she ran to the right.
Hold it!
What do you mean next? Next is what comes in first. I know that. Then that's all you needed to know, Mr. Lawyer. As I said, she turned and made a desperate dash to the right. Fuck.
Hold it!
You're American too. Well, thanks for the tip, Maya. That didn't help that much. Let's see what I got. Died from a blow by a blunt object. I lived a few minutes after being hit. Found. Ran to the left. You hear savagely. Do we just show this again and be like, why'd she run to the left?
Objection!
As we'll try. Yeah, I'm probably just gonna let this die and then probably have to restart. Cause I question that. I question that. You hit her savagely. Next with the last of her strength, she ran to the right. Chased her and delivered the final blow. Maybe this? The witness statement is clearly faulty, Your Honor. I'm sorry, what kind of... I can see nothing faulty. Fortunately, I'll have to penalize you. What? Alright, let's just fucking...
Objection!
get killed. Yeah, make me guilty. Oh my god. Alright. Well, this case is something. Alright, I'll make a new save right before that part, and then I'll have to try a bunch of different things, 'cause I have no clue. Kinda wanna raise an objection. I don't really want to use a walkthrough. Kinda wanna do this semi-blind. 'Cause I've done this before, but I don't remember any of the cases. Like, I obviously remember the tutorial. It's a quick, easy one. I think I got stuck on this the first time too and had to use walkthrough because I fucking don't know. So I had to ask him about the directions again. Cross-examination.
Hold it!
Victim ran to the left.
Objection!
Objection. Both witnesses are telling the truth for once. I doubt it. Or rather, that does not clear up the contradiction. There's one scenario that would explain their conflicting accounts. What? Obviously, the witness was not viewing the crime from this hotel. That's pretty much the same. He's standing where the killer was. Whoa. No, he is the victim.
Take that!
He's dead. He's a ghost. We need a medium. Perfect, we have Maya here.
Objection!
Yeah, blah 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 blah. Your testimony was correct. When you assaulted the girl, she ran to the left. You hit her savagely. That was what I saw. She ran to the right. You chased her and delivered the final blow. That's what I saw. You see, you hit her twice. I remember. Huh. Let's put on some music while I figure the fuck out, even though I don't even think it plays the music. My testimony was correct. Step. I saw. Next with the last of her strength, she ran to the right. Chased her. Delivered the final blow. That was what Miss May saw. You see, you hit her twice. You think, Phoenix? I think we got him, right where we want him. Smile off his face. May have lived for a few minutes after being hit. What do you mean next? Mr. White, the victim died from a single blow. What do you have to say to that? Now's my chance to hit him where it counts. Mr. White, wasn't it you who told the court that you were absolutely perfect? Yeah, I did it. I didn't even use a walkthrough, I'm proud. I'll refrain from using the phrase from now on. Your Honor, if you could ask the witness for a new testimony. The witness is obviously confused, Your Honor. I would like to request a 10-minute break. Oh, yes, quite. The witness is confused because he's lying. I empathetically request that there be no break, Your Honor. Yeah, we want justice! Don't let him get away! Very well. The witness would care to revise this testimony. crowd's on my side. No slipping out of this now, White. Mr. White. Oh, okay. The 2 accounts. Well, see, I looked at the other window when I heard that thing fall. Then, the next moment, I saw Miss Maya run to the left. The killer, you attacked her, but she dodged. And then she turned and ran to the door. Then you did her in with a single blow. Thwop. Thwop indeed. Very well. You may begin the cross-examination. Your Honor, my stomach, you see, it's hurting. Deal with it. This is almost over. Well, see, looked out the other window and I heard that thing fall. The next moment I saw Miss Maya run to the left. The killer, you attacked her, but she dodged. It's a question about the thing falling.
Hold it!
You heard that thing fall. What exactly was that thing? Huh. Oh, that, the glass light stand. Right, the one that had fallen over at the scene. Phoenix, doesn't something about that strike as odd? Yeah, very odd. Yeah, that is odd. I'll press further. Mr. White? What? You're saying you saw the glass light stand? Yes. Change your testimony to reflect that? Sorry, my bad. The witness will revise the testimony. Okay, of course. Light stand was lying on the floor when I looked.
Objection!
Mr. White? It was impossible for you to have seen the glass stand. What? Look at this. Those are the floor plans of the scene of the murder, yes? Correct, Your Honor. Now, look. If you were to look through the window at the office, this is the area you would be able to see. Here. Well, note that the sand is not within the visible area. Well, Mr. White? What do you have to say to that? Alright, loosely. Mr. White? If you were in the Gatewater Hotel as you claim, you could not have seen the stand before it fell over. In fact, you wouldn't have been able to see it after it fell either. There's no way you could have recognized the broken shards as a glass-like stand. So, when did you see the stand, Mr. White? It must have been the moment that it fell. And the only place you could have seen that from is inside the face. In other words, you were at the scene of the crime when the murder took place. Yeah! Mr. White? Mr. White? You did it, didn't you? Mr. Your Honor, I, Miss Mia... Looks like we're about to get our verdict.
Objection!
That's far enough, Mr. Phoenix, right? What? I forgot about Edgeworth. Mr. White. I think the time has come. Shouldn't you confess your crime now? What? I said, shouldn't you confess your crime? Or go... Confess that you placed the wiretap. The wiretap. Edgeworth is sneaky. Order. Mr. Edgeworth, explain to the court what you mean by this. Distinguished members of the court. Mr. White is slightly confused. Let me explain. I really don't like the way this is headed. As you know, Mr. White, this is the CEO of Blue Corp. He ordered his secretary, Miss April May, to tap the law offices of Miss Fay. What does that have to do, Your Honor? The question is, when was the wiretap placed in the office, and by who? No, you wouldn't, Mr. White. In order to place the wiretap, you entered Miss Fay's office. Am I correct? Correct. You must accurate, Miles. Give me a break. Yes, in order to place the wiretap, I breached the Fay & Co. law offices. That is when I saw the accursed Lycian. No, I'm confused. Please explain to the court what all this means, Mr. Edgeworth. Gladly, Your Honor. Mr. Phoenix Wright has made his position quite clear. He has determined that Mr. White knew the glass stand was in the office. He has shown that there was only one time Mr. White could have seen the stand, at that very moment of the murder. Thus, Mr. Wright would like to believe that Thus, Mr. Wright would not like you to believe that Mr. White was the murderer. R.C. However, it is the fact that Mr. White had been to that office well before the murder took place. When he went to the wiretap, he could have seen the glass stand then. Ergo, Mr. Phoenix Wright's theory is revealed for the baseless conjecture it is. Mr. White, you will testify to the court about this wiretapping. Leave it to me. It feels faint. The wiretapping. It was the beginning of September, the week before the murder. I had entered the Fay & Co. offices. Of course, I had done so to place the wiretap. That is when I saw this glass light stand. So, you saw the stand before the night of the incident. This is how you were able to identify what had fallen over. By the sound. Correct. This is right. I see it very well. That's right. May cross-examine. God, what am I supposed to do now? Good luck, Phoenix. Let's just see what I have. Do you have proof?
Objection!
Miss April May knew the details of Miss Fay's phone conversation. It's proof that the wiretap was placed before the murder. And interesting. Of course, I had done so to place the wiretap. I saw this glass light stand.
Hold it!
Why did you know something as innocuous as the light stand? The light stand was made entirely out of glass. It was quite stylish, so I guess it would make a less impression. Such a beautatious thing deserves attention, does it not? That is all. Damn it. There's nothing there for me to press him on. Oh well, maybe he's rattled enough that I can bluff something out of him. Enter the Fay & Co. offices. Of course, I had done so to place the wiretap. That is when I saw this glass light stand.
Hold it!
Why did you tap my phone? This has no bearing on the current case, Your Honor. Blue Corp is a detective agency of sorts. You have a responsibility to protect client confidentiality. I think this receipt is for the glass light stand.
Objection! Hold it!
I didn't press him about that, but was it really that you went to the office or was it just me?
Objection!
Unidentified fingerprints so days old were found in the Fay & Co. offices. Those were obviously Mr. White's. And if I knew Edgeworth, he's already run a check on those prints. Now, Mr. White, tell us why you went. Of course, I didn't set a place to march it. Uh-oh, don't tell me that I've run out of ammo. Tisk tisk. I'm afraid that's as far as you go, Mr. Wright. This time comes to admit your defeat. You fought honorably. No more. I can't take this anymore. Mr. Wright, are you giving up? Yes, Your Honor. Phoenix. Phoenix, over here. I know that voice. Oh. Never give up, Phoenix. Oh, Mia? Where am I? The waiting lobby? What happened? Oh, right. Lost the trial. I was listening. You're finally awake. Get! Hey, Phoenix. Get! Some way to greet an old friend. Phoenix, I want you to look at me. You're... Maya. Didn't you know that Fey women have strong psychic powers? When you accept your defeat in court, it appears that was enough of a shock to awaken Maya's true powers. So Maya's channeling you, Maya? That's right. I am Maya, but I'm also Maya. I know it's pronounced Mia. Now I want you to listen to me, Phoenix. Maya never gave up. You can't either. That's what I came here to tell you. But we don't have much time, Phoenix. Now listen. You've already won. Huh? You have that receipt in the court record. That's what I used. That's what I used. Oh. My big brain took it to the next level. So what was you wanted to do with it? Look at the front of the receipt. Yes, it's for the fucking store. Some $1,000 glass light hand. September 4th. I'm about to stand the day before I was killed. Oh. Yes. Yes. Yes, I know! We can skip this, because I already know. Yeah, sorry, Your Honor. Fine now. I'll start where we left off. Your Honor, there's nothing to go back to. The cross-examination of Mr. White is finished. All that's required now is for you to pass judgment on the defendant, Phoenix Wright. Your Honor, please give me one more chance. Even though I'm gonna use the same item that I did in the previous one. Because I got a big brain. I promise you, this is the last time I'll ask you. As Mr. Edwards has noted, the trial is more or less finished. Mr. Edwards, do you have an opinion on this matter? I say, let us give Mr. Phoenix Wright his last chance. Very well. Dude, I'm about to ruin this whole man's career. Yes. Sorry for having a big brain. Look closely at this. Yeah, I already gave it to you, but you said no, because I don't know how to flip a receipt over. You're grasping. I think not. Look at the other side of the receipt, because you don't know how to. Well, a glass light stand. The day of the purchase. Why, that's the day before the murder. You see, Mr. White, you likely entered the Fanco office at the beginning of September. There was no glass light stand, you fool. The sounds of screaming. Well, Mr. White, can't get you out of this one, can you? No. Some blah blah blah. Uh-oh, he's losing it. So am I. Well, Your Honor, I understand there must be quite a bit of pressure on you. But I think you'll agree you can't judge me guilty under these circumstances. Very well. Then, that is all for our trial of...
Objection!
Not so fast, Phoenix, right? What? No way you can warn. It's the way I was won. Oh wait, I forgot. It's Edgeworth. There's a certain thread of logic to the defense claims. However, there is no concrete proof that Phoenix Wright is innocent. Ergo, I would like to request one more day before Phoenix Wright is granted his freedom. I need time to make one more inquiry into this matter. Another inquiry? This isn't going to be another one of those updated autopsy reports. This guy just makes up evidence as he pleases. Sorry, but it can only be 3 days. That's the rules. It's bad. Object. Mr. White's guilt is obvious. There's no need to prolong the trial any further. Well, Mr. Edgeworth? If anyone is going to call Mr. White to trial, it would be me, the prosecution. Data ascertain whether these new claims have any basis in factual evidence. I see. Objection denied. What? Completion of the trial of Mr. Phoenix Wright will be postponed until tomorrow. No, there's no telling what will happen if I can't end this now. Edwards come up with, or just make something up. And after Mia showed up to help me and all. Mr. Your Honor, may I go home? Of course. Thank you for your time. Yeah. The witness will stay. Mia. Phoenix. Read this note out loud. Mia, what's this? Your Honor, if I may. Quite persistent today, Mr. Wright. But I am. My life is riding on this one. I have something I would like to read to the court. My attorney's badge.
Take that!
The Mama Mia had given me was a list of names. Many of them sounded strangely familiar. People in finance, famous celebrities. That's when it happened. Stop! Desist! Halt! Please, stop. Make him stop. How did you get that list? Mr. White, admit your guilt. Right here, right now. Or else this list will be released to the press. I confess. I did it. I hit her. I hit Miss Maya with the thinker. Case closed, Your Honor. Well, I see no reason to continue this trial. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor? Join it again. That was quite a spirited defense. The fuck is this first trial of Danganronpa bullshit? Yes, Your Honor. I guess you could say that. If only you knew how spirited I was. Well, this court finds the defense rather than defendant. Mr. Phoenix Wright, not guilty. That was all. The court is adjourned. September 9th, 2:24 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 1. Huh. I never thought I'd be saying this again, but congratulations. You're lucky I was born a Fae. I'm lucky I had both you and Maya on my side. I'm glad you made it. Thank you, Phoenix. You risked a lot to help me, and Maya. I won't forget it as long as I live. As long as you live. My time here is running out. Huh? Maya's powers are still weak. I can't stay here that long. What? No. There's still so much to say. Don't worry. I'm sure we'll meet again. Chief! I'm not the chief anymore. Phoenix, can you come to the office tonight? Say 9. The office? I'll see you later. Chief. Maya. Or Mia, sorry. Tower 9, now 2 p.m. Faye and Co. offices. You're 2 seconds late. Or no, 2 minutes late. Being here, it's hard not to think about the night. Came. Mia? I was kind of worried you might not. Huh? Of course I came. Well then. I'm pretty hungry. How about a burger? What? Mia? You should see your face. Mia. What are you talking about? It's me, Maya. Maya. What? Do I look like my sister? Look like you were her. Might be able to use that. Oh, Phoenix. Go to the store and buy me lunch, would you? Maya, why are you here? Because of this. See? Mia wrote me a letter. Take care of Phoenix for me. Take care of, huh? She means office. This office. Someone has to help with the new Wright and Co. law offices, right? And who better but Maya Fey, reporting for duty. Wait, no. Second thought, let's make this casual. Yo, Nick. Maya here to get down to business. You don't mind me calling you Nick, right? It's a great name. Mia said that's what your friend Larry calls you. Nick. You know what this means. We're partners. You know, when I think about it, it is Maya's fault I'm here now. But if it wasn't for her, I'd probably be in jail. And co offices, it's a good ring to it. Yeah, that's... Thanks, Maya. Aww. Good luck, Phoenix. I'll always be here, watching. Right. Okay, Nick, let's do it. Huh? Do what? Get burgers, dummy. Burgers. There's a great burger joint just down the street. Come on. Time's wasting. Oh, okay. Wait up. Actually, I'm a vegan. So... Phoenix Wright has big vegan energy. Episode 3, Day 1.